Next up for us, 1 p.m. Eastern, Carolina Panthers, 2-5, 0-2 on the road at the Atlanta Falcons, 3-4, 2-1 at home. We're at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. We'll start with the line history here for this one. Atlanta, Carolina. We have Atlanta opening up at -6.5. There was a move last night at 7:10 p.m., a 1.5 point move towards the Panthers. So the Panthers have gone from 6.5 to 5.5, and then last night at 7:10 p.m. went down to 4. They're sitting at 4 right now. This total opened up at 41 as a pick'em. There has been an 11-cent move to the over in this one. Let's see if the cash correlates here for us. We have 10,592 tickets in. 52% of the tickets and 82% of the cash is on Atlanta. And we have a 2.5 point move to Carolina. 66% of the tickets, 68% of cash is on the over. Panthers had lost 12 of 13, were on their third string quarterback, had traded away their best player, had an interim coach running the team, and beat the Buccaneers 21-3 to move a game out of first place in this horrific NFC South. Panthers put up 343 yards of offense. PJ Walker, 16-22, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He will start again this week and probably from here on in. I don't see why you would make any moves now if he can continue playing at this level, which is not too. It's just don't make mistakes. Don't throw picks and throw for between 175 and 200 yards. Why not stay on the field? Donta Foreman, ran 15 times for 118 yards, caught 2 passes for 27. Chuba, 9 carries for 63 yards, 1 touchdown, caught 2 for 10. And then he suffered a mild ankle sprain. They said that he could have returned to the game if needed, and he's good to go this week. The defense shut down the Bucs running game, holding them to 46 yards on the ground. I know it's a bad running game, but that was impressive. And then cornerback C.J. Henderson is dealing with a shoulder injury, and he is questionable for this week. The Falcons didn't cover the spread for the first time all season. They fell 35-17 at Cincinnati. They only generated 214 yards of offense. Mariota, 8 of 13 for 124 yards and 1 touchdown. And what happens if he doesn't hit Damian Byrd? If he doesn't hit Bird for a 75-yard touchdown pass, imagine the numbers then. Mariota did run 6 times for 31 yards. Algier ran 16 times for 50 yards and a touchdown. But the secondary couldn't get stops. The pass rush did get some pressure on Burrow. 3 sacks, 6 quarterback hits, but it wasn't enough. A.J. Terrell limped off the field in the first quarter. The hamstring injury got hit again. Mike Ford left with an ankle injury in the second half. So there's 2 cornerbacks there. Safety Jalen Hawkins left in the second half with concussion protocol. He's already been ruled out for this one. So they placed Casey Hayward on injured reserve last week, their starting corner. Potential season-ending shoulder injury. Now A.J. Terrell is week to week, so he's not going to be in. Jalen Hawkins is not going to be in. I don't know how anybody is betting the Falcons here. I don't. So they were already without D. Alford, another corner. He's got a hamstring injury. He's day-to-day right now. He could play in week 8, but I guess you could say, well, P.J. Walker can't hurt them over the top. He's incapable of beating them where they're weak. What do you think here? Take it away, Panthers, Falcons.
Yeah, I don't have a ton to say on this because I think the move was already made. And at this point, and I think Birdie or Sky Dragon, maybe somebody's pointing it out. Like, at what point is this Falcons offense a team you should bet on as a favorite over a field goal against anybody? It's an offense that is bound and determined to run the ball, even if they're sort of successful at it. If game state dictates throwing it, they're still going to run it. It's a very odd choice of I keep pulling at the cord of my camera. It keeps throwing me off. I got to stop doing shit with my feet, Jimmy. I'm a fidgeter, but regardless, it's not an offense I'm going to trust to lay points, even at home against a dead last team. And the move was getting the Panthers number early. I think there were 7s out there, man. People gobbled that shit up, and God bless them. That was the right move. Good job to them. At this point, I can't bet this game. This total could go a lot of different ways. If the Falcons are successful against what has been probably close to a top 10 rush defense. It's been a successful run defense. So the Falcons might not be able to do much of anything. Finally have to determine that, yes, we do have to throw the ball late. We'll see how that goes. I think the Panthers can be beat in the secondary. We'll see if the Falcons are willing to actually throw the ball, and then who knows what you're going to get with this Panthers. This might be finally the week where it's like, all right, this team lost all its good players and its coach, and like the dead cat bounces over and they come out and just look horrid like they should. But if Hubbard's healthy, he's a good runner. Walker can move a little with his legs. The whole, hey, here's $500 if you had to bet this, it would be even at 4.5. I would take Panthers rather than laying that many with the Falcons, but missed the best of the number here. Staying off this one.
Feels like the over is the play here. Spenny says take the over. He says I think PJ Walker can move the ball and DJ Moore will be a good look for the props. His target share has gone way up with Walker under center. I mean, if we think that we know that the Falcons secondary is decimated, I would prefer to be in Sky Dragon situation with a 6.5 in my pocket, but we know that the Falcons are decimated with their secondary.
That's a problem.
So they're going to have to put up points because Carolina should be able to put up points. So I think this move to the over makes sense. What do you think about moving on this over 41 this evening?
Yeah, I worry that the Falcons' game plan is super, super poor against this team. Like, it just doesn't. It's not a good matchup for what the Falcons want to do. And I don't actually believe the Carolina Panthers have a good offense. Like, yeah, Moore's target share is going to go up, I suppose, because two of the main target getters are gone now. And I don't know, I would just key in on him. But yeah, that secondary is so beat up. I have this number pretty close to where it should be. I think it's a high variance game where this could be like 20-0 Carolina, or both teams could score 30. Like, I don't have a strong opinion. It's a good median number, and I'm staying off this one completely. Like, I think to get this over, you really have to make a case for the Atlanta Falcons offense to do something this week.
That's true. That's true. Johnny Gunn says, why would we take our chances with a pretty darn good Panthers defense? Look what they did to the Bucs. Is it the Panthers defense that did that to the Bucs, or was that the Bucs?
It is a good rush defense, and they have some pieces in the back. It's not great, but it's an okay defense, and this is a step down in offenses. So, yeah, I worry Atlanta's going to just lay an egg on offense again.
A great job getting the 6.5. Dennis Garcia sitting with the Panthers 6.5 and the Broncos +4 is a great start to your card. Papa Cal says, can Carolina win the South Division? No, they can't. That's not. I'm going to say no to that. All right. I'm interested in that over 41. Has it moved to 41.5 here? Let me just check and see if it's moved to 41.5 here. It's moved to 42.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn it.